Let's talk about some real Inception stuff, shouldn't we? What do you get when you discuss live streaming while on a live stream and then further edit it down to a video and the video is here now? Let's talk about Twitch. Let's go! And where even live streaming came from. Talking about the Kappa emote, thank you so much for the amazing, transition. Can we talk about Twitch for a moment? In general. Okay? Not just Twitch, any live streaming platform. Can we appreciate, let me actually refresh since I had this page open for a while, and hopefully my internet doesn't die, how many people are watching? There's 440,000 people watching other people just chatting around, and then hundreds of thousands of people watching people play games. Also, why you need to be this. Dude, Grand Theft Auto 5, which is an old as fuck game, 300,000 people are watching, dude, because we all need friends to listen to. That's true. And then we click this thing, right? And you see, the student beatings will continue until morale improves. What in the fuck? What is that? What is Hassan looking at right now? GTA is only popular because of roleplay. Oh. I mean, honestly, I've never watched any roleplays for GTA 5. Maybe I should to understand it, right? Like Twitch in general. Actually, I shouldn't say that, right? Did you guys ever have any siblings or friends? Sorry, I know it's a high ask to have friends. But in your childhood, have any friends or like siblings and you didn't exactly play games with them? They either watched you play games or you watched them play games? I have none of the two. No! That is such an experience that back in the day, not all the games, of course, had single player or not single player. It had 2-player or co-op gameplay. So I did it as a kid. Of course, you could play like Mario, at least some of the Marios with 2 people, with Mario and Luigi. But I had so many moments where I played with my best friend back in the day on the Super Nintendo, where he would play Mario a bit and I would play Mario a bit. One of the games we played a lot together were Mario Kart and then, of course, Super Smash Bros. As well. But nowadays, let's be honest, we are living in 2024. And ever since the internet got invented and got really popular in the mid-2000s, people never left their houses again. And then ever since the fucking pandemic, people again never left their houses, and this went to today. And do you know why we don't have to leave the houses? Because if you are bored, you can literally just click this button. We're probably going to get an ad right now or something. I don't know if Hassan is running ads. Probably, maybe. I don't know. No, we're not. And then look, we have a friend. There's no sound for some reason. There we go. Look, and now we have a friend we can listen to. Look at the chat going wild, by the way. Holy shit, look at that chat. 29,244 people. And that is basically the thing. And that's all the live streaming platforms. It's so interesting to me where I do the same thing, right? But the psychological thing behind it, where you play a game and instead of watching a random YouTube video, some people do that, you put on a stream of a random person or maybe a person you've watched before playing the same game that you are playing right now to basically have background noise. And I like that. It's a really cool. So I want to ask you something. When was the first time you watched Twitch? And do you still remember who the first person was you watched on Twitch? Let me know. Let me know right now. I'm gonna wait a second. Because for me, I am pretty sure that Kriparian was one of the first persons I ever watched on Twitch. Whenever I started playing Diablo 3 back in the day, I found Kriparian on YouTube and watched his Diablo 3 content. And then I saw that he was streaming as well, so I was gonna watch his streams and then watch a few other Diablo 3 streamers. And then the transition into Path of Exile. And then watch that. 2016, an arrogant guy called Iams used to be funny back in the day. I don't even know who that is, I'm gonna be honest with you. About 4 years ago. Tahu, do you still remember who that was that you watched on Twitch? Because of course, nowadays we have multiple different websites. You can stream on YouTube. You can stream on Kick. Nobody streams on Kick. At least none of the cool people do. During the pandemic was when I started watching it and was a VTuber. Oh, yep. Like, of course, I'm thinking for a lot of people it started in the pandemic, because Twitch like grew exponentially during that time as well, because that was like a place where you could meet other people and talk with other people. So of course live streaming has existed for a long time. Like, we had Justin TV, which I never used. In fact, I didn't even know back in the day that Justin TV existed. I only know of Justin TV nowadays because people keep bringing it up in the context that it was like basically Twitch before Twitch became Twitch. Twitch has been through a lot. I think it was 2014 and I think it was Tyler 1 because I was a huge League addict. Fair. Dude, League, honestly, when I was in my high League phase, I never really watched that many League streamers, but I watched like all the League tournaments, because the League tournaments, like Worlds and stuff, was absolutely based. I was such a big Cloud9 fan. Oh my god, that was insane. And like, when Faker did all this shit, that was also crazy. There was... I forgot how that one person is called. That one guy who always played Udyr in League. You guys know. If you played League, you know what I mean. That one streamer who always played Udyr and was really good with him. I don't remember what he was called. Yes, Trick2G. Thank you. Dude, I love Trick2G. I don't know if he still streams. I honestly don't. But I loved watching his content and his YouTube videos as well. That was pretty fucking crazy. And how good he was. Actually, he sent me down like a spiral. And I became like an Udyr main for a while because of his videos. But really, I played Shaco for a long time. And oh my god, I was such an asshole with Shaco. Like, ganking with Shaco. I think Shaco fell off a little bit in the game. Because they never really adjusted him. He never really got a rework. They changed like some things about his kid, and he's still a good character, but like he's not as insane as he was back in the day. Especially to playing Shaco in a state of the game in like 1.0 in season 1, when people had no fucking idea how to play this game, but I did, and I was Shaco with 3 Zeals together and boots, and it would kill people. Shaco is either broken or unplayable. Exactly. I still remember so clearly some of my very first League of Legends games. So I got into League of Legends through some friends at school. And somehow I met this random online person who would always play Warwick. And I would always play Shaco. So he would play Warwick, I would play Shaco. And he told me a lot about this game. I don't even remember what he's called anymore. And I don't even remember what the person was called. Did I just say that twice? And we never talked with each other. But he was always Warwick, I was always Shaco. And I have that one specific memory in my head where I saw a Kaylee, and she had Baron Nashor buff. But I didn't know back in the day that there was Baron Nashor buff. And Baron Nashor buff back in the day looked way different than it does nowadays. So there was a Kayle, pre-rework obviously, with like these 4 giant looking spiky purple things. And I was like, oh my god, what is that ability? It looks so cool. What is that character? And of course, later on, I learned that is Baron Nashor. But that is, for some reason, that specific memory and image of that Kayle with the Baron Nashor buff is in my mind, like from my early League memories. Like, I don't even know why, but it's stuck in my head. Holy fuck, dude. But Silver Kayle was the shit. Dude, Kayle... I think like Kaylee is one of those characters who's either shit or unusable. Baron used to be the boy back in the day. He'd kill whole teams. Exactly.